Hi, I'm Caitlin, the Soulful Realtor in Sedona. I'm here at Chocolate Tray. I just filled up with some water. I'm standing in front of these beautiful honeysuckles. They smell amazing. And I just thought I'd give you a little update on the cleanse journey that I've been on since Wednesday. Today is now Memorial Day Monday, 2022. And I've been on this cleanse since the Wednesday prior. And it's been quite a journey, honestly. So Wednesday was the first day and I just kind of went about usual activity. I started the mono diet and the snehana in the morning, which is oleation with ghee. And then I kind of just had not a lot of hunger. I think my body was already prepped and anticipating this cleanse, so it was already on board with the process. So then Thursday, again, day 2, I didn't really have a ton of hunger. Day 2 oleation is 4 teaspoons of ghee in the morning, and I started warming that up and melting it, and it made it go down a lot easier. Still not enjoyable, but it's part of the process. And then we did a little golf outing that day, so I did cheat a little bit. I had a small side salad, and typically raw food is not recommended during this cleanse. It's for warm and wet foods only, and that's with lentils. What's a type of lentil called split mung beans with rice and vegetables and spices. So that's usually what I would have for my meals. And then for breakfast, I actually did a late breakfast after golf, which was kind of more like a late lunch, and that consists of rice with spices. So I've kind of been doing the rice with warm spices like cinnamon and clove and maybe some ginger to settle the stomach. So that's usually the lunch, and then dinner with kitchari. That went well. Again, just felt pretty easy, and trying to avoid a ton of activity, although golf was more activity than I'm even used to with this ACL and knee injury. And then Friday was interesting. I did snehana in the morning, first thing upon waking, and that is 6 teaspoons of ghee, and that's getting harder and harder to swallow. So of course warming that up, and then I felt excited to go for a little jog. So it was just like a 2-mile jog, and my body's used to that. I do that pretty regularly, and that went well. However, I got home, and about like an hour or two later, I was about to make breakfast. I just felt super nauseous, so I just laid down, took a rest. Naps are contraindicated for the cleanse as well, but I just needed to rest, so I tried to do a little bit of nidra. If you're familiar with that type of yoga, it translates to something like yogic sleep, but it's awareness of the mind and the body at rest. So just trying to settle the stomach, I made some ginger tea with fresh ginger and just let that kind of rest on my belly, just the warmth, and taking small sips of that seems to help settle my stomach. I think maybe it was a combination of dehydration or just too much activity, or maybe it's just part of the process of the oleation doing its process, pulling out the toxins throughout my gut microbiome, all my intestinal tract. So yeah, that was an interesting day 3. They always say day 3 is the hardest. And then Saturday, day 4, went well. I choked down, really tough to swallow. That was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That was 8 teaspoons of ghee. So really not appetizing, but made it happen. And from there, just really doing light activity, just laying in the sun, essentially doing some light stretches, like very yin style, and taking time to rest and maybe go for a little walk. I did a lot of work with my online meditation program, which will be going live very soon. And then the evening, again, just went for a little walk, watched the sunset, and took it pretty easy. Last night, yesterday, Sunday, again did ghee. I maybe didn't do the full 10 teaspoons. It was just probably around 8 again of the snehana. And again, sun in the morning, just rest and lay in the sun. Did some laundry, just did some chores, really light housework. And I did a little float session late morning. So that's where it's kind of a deprivation tanks with concentrated Epsom salt water. So that was incredible. That really put my body and mind at ease. I tried to do a little bit better with the hydration. I think that's what has really been setting the nausea off. So that was super amazing. And then in the afternoon, had my rice for lunch. Just again, cinnamon, warming spices, and not a lot of activity, really just taking it easy, letting the body do its thing. I tried to make dinner by about 3 or 4 in preparation for Varechana, which is called internal purgation, and that is swallowing 2 to 3 tablespoons of castor oil. And again, not appetizing, but it's the way that your body will then do its final purge. The oleation has done its work throughout the week of prepping that digestive tract to pull everything, so the castor oil can slowly move everything down and out. What I found is maybe my dehydration was setting my oleation off a little bit, so I had to add in an enema afterwards. So that was actually really helpful. I feel like that finally kind of cleared out the colon and drew everything out. Overnight, I took the castor oil around 10 p.m. and I thought it would just kind of like move its way as I slept. I noticed I woke up around 1:30 and felt kind of gassy, but otherwise it was doing its job. And in the morning, not a huge stool, which was surprising, because actually even more surprising, I did not even have a stool at all the day prior. So again, I think the dehydration was really causing blockages in my elimination. So something just to keep in mind, especially in this dry climate, wherever you're living. And today I feel pretty good. Had the castor oil do its thing, and again I did that enema with really demulcent herbs, so licorice, marshmallow, fennel, some like just really cooling and sweet moistening herbs. And I think that also helped to soften the colon and let everything else release. So Whew. It's been a journey. I'm glad you guys tuned into that. The rest of this week is going to be intense with more Panchakarma treatments that's taking place at Surya Spa in Los Angeles, Santa Monica, and I'm excited to participate in that. I'm really truly honored. I feel a lot of mixed emotions about it. I'm really hoping to prep my mind, my spirit to receive this treatment, to just step into my own power and shine the light that I'm meant to bring forth to this world. So that is the process of Panchakarma. That is the process of cleansing and renewing your soul every season. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you are able to partake in some level of cleanse this spring, and sending you all my love. I'm Caitlin, Soulful Realtor in Sedona, Mr. Ayurveda Wellness Counselor, and we'll talk soon.